Hello, this is Desert Island Discs. Um, what if you were stuck on a desert island? What would be the first disc? No, the first disc that you choose to take with you.
Well, of my five, the first one I've got is a song called Planet of the Apes by a band called the Devin Townsend Project.
Okay, why did you choose this song?
It's an absolutely phenomenal piece of music. It's very heavy guitars, very interesting drumming, using different styles of music, anything from like rock, metal to pop elements within it as well. And the song itself is very postmodern in the idea that it's very a self-reflexive piece of music that discusses the idea of the music industry within the lyrics and like how artists copy other artists and things like that. But it's just a good song. It's about 8 or 9 minutes long, and it's just something fun to listen to.
Was this song the first song by that band that came into mind?
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple of others I could have put, but I think that one was my top, because it's always, if I'm in the car and I'm listening to the album that it's on, it's always the first track I go to, because it's quite epic.
What would the next song be?
The next song I've chosen is by a band called Gojira, and the song's called The Heaviest Matter of the Universe. And that to me is a piece of like musical excellence. It's very heavy, very metal. A lot of my music taste is very heavy rock, very metal orientated. But I'm a really big fan of the intro. I think the intro to the song is incredible. The guitaring is out of this world, and the drumming as well works together. It's just a really interesting song. It's cool. It's good fun.
Did it take you a while to think of it?
Yeah, actually, I was going through my music playlist and trying to come up with stuff after I came up with the first three I've got, and that just sprung to mind because I've been listening to Gojira quite a lot recently, and it was just kind of just popped out at me, and I thought, oh yeah, I haven't put one of those in, but I could have put tons of other songs in there, but that's the one I chose, I suppose.
Okay. What would your next song be?
The next one is slightly more mellow, and it's by a band called Porcupine Tree, which are a progressive rock band that have been around since the mid-90s. And the song is called Anesthetize. And it's the midpoint of their second most recent album called Fear of a Blank Planet. It's about a 17-minute long song in about 3 or 4 different stages. It's a beautiful piece of music, and the lyrics are very interesting because it discusses the idea of modern day youth being subdued by prescription medication, by video games, by the media and things like that. It's very kind of intellectual without sounding pretentious. The whole album is based around around the ideal. But no, it's just a really, really nice piece of music. It's very thought-provoking, and it's probably one of my favourite songs that I listen to all the time if I have the chance to.
Are most of your songs based on a subject?
Yes. A lot of the music I listen to in genre-wise is based around either social topics or media-based topics, things in the news, like issues that are discussed in the media, because I always believe that music is not just there for enjoyment, but it's there to spread a message as well. That's why I'm kind of very anti a lot of mainstream music, because it's just there to make money in some ways, whereas I believe that music should be much more of an art form. That's not to say that there isn't really good mainstream music that's played really well, that's produced really well, that's mixed really well, but it tends to be a lot of my favourite stuff is based around that kind of thing.
Okay. Next one, please.
My second, if I've gone from 5 to 1, my second choice now, it would be by a very heavy Swedish progressive metal industrial band called Meshuggah, and the song's called Dances to a Discordant System, which again has got the theme of kind of political control over people and the media and things like that. and the idea that sometimes this modern society that we live in doesn't really work. It's played on an 8-string guitar, and it's a lot of very odd and strange time signatures within the song. If you know about music, it's not your traditional 4/4 kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 rhythm. It mixes up a little bit, and the end of the song is just really epic when it finishes. It's just really, really well produced, really well made.
I heard you mentioned about it being Swedish.
Yeah.
Do you mind if it's sung by people in different countries?
No, not at all. I mean, all of the music I listen to is sung in English, but I listen to artists from a load of different countries. Like Devin Townsend Project is Canadian, Gojira is a French band, Porcupine Tree are British, Meshuggah are Swedish. I listen to things from just all across. It's just whatever I hear I like. And Sweden is quite a big forefront of the metal scene, and from a very talented bunch, the Swedish, when it comes to making music. And they know exactly what they're doing with it.
Okay, so the final song you would take to the desert island?
Right. The final one I would take is a song called Race Car by a band called Periphery. And it took me a long time to choose this over the previous 4 songs, well, at least the previous 2 songs. The reason I chose it is because it's just throughout. It's about a 15-minute long song. There's a common theme of long songs in my music collection. It's just such a well-produced song. It's so well written. It flows really well. And because even being a long song, it's not done in stages. It's just one song that flows throughout. And the vocalist for Periphery, Spencer, has got a vocal range that is absolutely incredible to listen to. Interesting, with Race Car, I've never actually looked into the meaning behind it or any kind of lyrical themes. I like it purely because of the music and the vocal stylings. It's just a really cool song.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.